This tutorial is about the STL slicer. Now, to go through the basics of that, I'm just going to go ahead and open up the sample that comes with slicer. Your STL model will open up into this window here. Now, this window basically allows you to set the scale of the object. And we do have a cube over here which allows you to reorient the model. You'll notice there's a yellow arrow here that's pointing up. That's always the direction of Y pointing up. We can reorient our model here. Now, you don't need to worry about getting your model oriented perfectly in this screen. You'll be able to change that later on. Main thing we want to do here is just get the scale of this to where we want it, so we can set what our design units were if they're coming in different than what you had designed it in. And you can change the size of anything, so you can scale it up. Now, when you change these numbers, just click off. If you hit enter, it's the same thing as hitting the next button, which will move us to the next screen. Now, you don't need to worry if you didn't get what you wanted here. You can always back up to this screen and change your numbers. Manipulate these as much as you want. And when you're happy with it, go ahead and hit next. One other thing I will point out, that in some cases you will want to be able to change maybe some of the aspect ratios, so you can unlock them. Normally they're locked together so everything changes together, but you can unlock them if you wish. So let's go ahead and hit next. Now, this moves us into the screen which all of the real work is done. As I mentioned, you can change your orientation of your model here. And you'll see that we have a green plane here. This is actually our slicing plane. And the back side is always going to show red. You will also see some blue on the model. The blue is indicating where you have an undercut. In other words, the bit is not going to be able to get to it. Now, because most of the time when you're doing detailed carvings on this, you're using a tapered bit, we do have the ability to set the angle of that. So I can take that angle off, and you'll see that changes what's going to show up in blue. It's often very useful to keep that angle there just so you know what's going to be affected when you're actually carving. Now, we control essentially where the depth of our slices with our translation slicing plane. Now, its maximum depth is controlled here. We can change that just by grabbing the little pencil that's right here and changing that value. You can change it to anything you want. And that will set what your limit, the maximum you can. You can make your slices as small as you want or as large as you want. I'm going to actually leave that at 2 inches here. Now, over here, you'll see the button that says slice. Right below that, you see slice and bisect. So bisect is essentially going to allow you to cut the model into pieces. It's not restricted on depth because it's not actually making a slice, it's just breaking the model up. So say I can go ahead and bisect this right in half here. I just click the slice, and here you can see I've got 2 halves of the model. Now, at any time you can hit undo and just back yourself back up. Now, the slicing planes can be moved in both axes, so you can spin the slicing plane around. You can also angle it up. So literally gives you the ability to slice from any angle, any orientation. So let's go ahead and slice a piece right here. Now, as I mentioned, all the blue is undercut. So we can actually set our next slice. So we want to slice this so that we know that we're going to be able to carve this, and with the worst case a 6-degree bit, that slice is actually going to work. So we can go ahead and slice that there. We can go ahead and flip around and slice from the other side. So you have the ability to essentially slice any way you want. You also have the short cuts which allow you to move where you wish. And we can again flip our orientation to give us more range on what we're wanting to do here. There's no limit. A lot of times you will go through and slice something up multiple different ways just to kind of figure out how it best fits up on your material. Now, another neat feature is that I can go through and I can grab any section that I have sliced off, and I can go ahead and stick it back to any other section of the model. So I can literally take and stick that back on. Now, this is not what you would normally be doing right here, but there are many cases where you want to cut something out of a model, and this actually gives you the ability to do that. I'm going to go ahead and hit undo, and we're going to go ahead and move to the next button. Now that next button moves us into this window. Now this window now allows us to select which elements we wish to actually export into our pattern library. So we can select whichever pieces we want. If there's a piece that we don't want, we just unselect it and that will take that out. So that's not part of the model that's going to be moving forward. You can browse within your pattern library, create folders however you wish, and just simply select finish and it will create the models within your pattern library.